Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's installation video, it's time to install a roof rack system for my 4th gen Tacoma. I'll have a link down in the description below where you can purchase this product for your 4th gen Tacoma. This is something I've never done. This is my 3rd Tacoma. As you can tell, I have a bed rack. I've never installed a roof rack for any of the trucks that I've owned. So this is going to be a pretty cool kit. You'll notice I have it laid out on the tailgate where it comes with all the hardware. There's even the sealant that we'll use. The kit does come with a T30, and then I have a trim removal tool as well for the pieces up top. Now with the 4th gen Tacoma, this is one thing that I'm not a huge fan of. So you'll notice that we have 4 of these plastic trim pieces, 1 in each corner. This is where the roof rack is going to attach. On my 2nd and 3rd gen Tacoma, this was a solid black rubber piece. So it went all the way to the base of the windshield. Aesthetically, I just don't like how it looks having that gap there. So we'll start off by removing these 4 trim pieces, where the trim removal tool is going to come in handy because there's 2 points of contact for it to be attached. There's one spot right here and one spot in the back. So without damaging the paint or breaking these trim pieces, I'm just going to slowly work it so that way I don't snap it or break it. And there we go. So that's the front part out. And then I just need to do the same thing for the rear. It can be a little intimidating because I don't want to break these if and when I take the roof rack off, but there we go. So we have one off. Now we can pop off the other 3 doing the same process. And with those 4 trim pieces removed, I am just going to clean this channel. So I want to make sure the contact where this roof rack system is going is nice and clean. That way we don't risk scratching any of the paint. We don't want any debris just trapped underneath. So we'll start off with a clean surface. There's a little bit of debris under here just from sitting outside. So I'll just go down both sides. For the next step in this process, you'll notice that there's this section right in the middle after removing that trim piece. So we have the tabs on both sides and then this line out right here. There's actually 2 bolt holes within this. So it is currently covered by this section here, or this sticker, and it's basically a body colored sticker. So what I'm going to do is find the perforation where I can feel the bolt hole, and then I just want to cut out the bolt hole itself. And it looks like there's some adhesive on the back side, so I want to try to get all of this out as I can just by ripping this out and trimming it very nicely. So you'll notice there's hole number 1 where we have the entire thread there, and then feel around for the other one, and then we can just do the same exact thing. And with the 2 front holes done, you'll notice I have all the attachment points ready to go. I have the roof rack laid out. These are side specific, very easy to tell which one is driver side, which one is passenger side, with the flat portion in the rear. And then this portion right here for this rubber seal is going to line up with this channel here. So it's very easy to tell which way it does go. Before we start to install this, we do have this automotive sealant. So I'm actually going to run just a little bit of it around these bolt holes here, so that way if debris does get underneath, we can have another protection and barrier. So I'm just going to do it on the edge, and then the bolt can kind of bring it into the hole the rest of the way. So I'll just put a little bit. We should have some pretty good coverage though with this rubber seal that is a barrier between the roof rack itself and the paint. And then underneath this rubber seal, you'll notice that we have another protection here. So we have these rubber sections right here under the bolt holes, and then from here, it's just a matter of lining this up. So like I mentioned earlier, we have that trim piece that will go in the channel, so it'll give it that clean look. And then I just need to line up the holes from here. So once we have that, we can drop in our bolts and then snug up the front and back. Now it's worth noting too, I did remove the crossbar. So you'll have 1 bolt that's holding it here and then an unlock lever. I'll show this once I get it set up, but that gives us a little bit more room to access the bolts in the rear here. And as I tighten up this last bolt, I'm just making sure that everything lines up so that portion in that forward channel is aligned properly. And this is the last bolt. There's no torque specs, so I'm just going to a nice snug tightness there for all 4. And then this is the crossbar that I mentioned earlier. So you'll notice this is a release handle up front. So that's how you can bring this across to the opposite side. And then we can clamp that into place and then line this bolt up here. So this is the bolt that it's going to pivot on. And as you can tell, we have a lot more room to access, especially that bolt there. So again, I'm just going to snug this up, and there may be a point where it is too tight. So we'll be able to tell once we release this, and we can align that to where the roof rack will be. And you'll notice that is basically a first test with how it will line up and lock in place to the other side. And then we can bring it back and lock it in when we are not using it. And with both sides done now, this is how the roof rack looks when the crossbars are not in place. And then this is the lever that I mentioned earlier to release the one side, and then you have the bolt on the other in order to put these across to the opposite side. So that way on this side, I can do the same release, pull this out, and then there's actually enough clearance, of course, to go all the way to the opposite side, and then to bring this side in and then lock this in its new position. So if it doesn't line up, there we go. You may have to move this front to back just to get that to line up properly. And then on this side now, we'll just lock this one into place, and now we have our crossbars where we can utilize this roof rack. You'll notice there's some tie downs on both sides too, and this can hold about 160 pounds. So maybe not quite a rooftop tent, but you could put some awnings up there or any other gear that you may have. Fitment for this is really good too, and I like the overall design. It definitely gives it a much better look, and of course it is functional now for any items to go up top. So that is going to wrap it up for the installation of this roof rack for the 4th Gen Tacoma. Take a look at the link down in the description, and if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.